Hi, I'm Nadia, and welcome to Fortune Emporium, a place where we not only introduce you to cool things, but to the stories of the people being brave enough to follow their dreams. And today's guest is an incredible artist who takes her inspiration from Mother Nature. She's also one of our featured vendors at Batch, a maker's market. This is Brittni Paul. Welcome, Brittni.
Hi.
So your work is incredibly detailed and very beautiful. Can you tell us a little bit more about it and the medium you chose to work in?
I view mediums a lot like emotions. I feel like they're fluid and not something to just remain the same throughout time. They kind of change with your relationships, with the environment that you're in, politics, climate change, all of that affects what type of medium you use. Recently, I've gotten into drawing with acrylic on wood, specifically found wood, so wood that I have to kind of adapt to, and my pieces are laid out based on the knots and the burl, me adapting to it versus it having to be turned into a frame and then quite literally putting my art in a box.
Your work is very reflective of your love for the environment. What does being eco-conscious mean to you, and what do you do within your business to support that?
With being eco-conscious, I definitely relate that with being vegan, which I've been vegan for 3 years now, and it's more about just being very well informed and using that information that you've researched to make small changes throughout your daily life, making sure that you're not adding to the problem and instead you're helping with the solution. With me, for instance, a small change I've made is having these little guys. This is one of my cards, and it's covered in a seemingly plastic sleeve, but it's actually made with 100% cellulose, which is vegetable based and is not only biodegradable but also compostable. So you can put it in your compost and it'll biodegrade quickly and it won't hurt the environment. And it makes me feel good about the art that I'm producing.
Can you show us an example of one of the pieces you've been working on?
Sure. So this is one of my pieces called For Dear Life, and it's based on the Parsons chameleon, which is from Madagascar. And it's actually illegal for them to get exported from Madagascar to any other country, but when I was doing the research, found that it was a pretty popular pet in America. Just doing your research before you get a pet or anything like that, to make sure that you're not harming the environment and taking the animal out from its indigenous environment.
So with this new series that you're doing, are they all featuring endangered species?
Yes, actually. So this happened very organically and on accident. I was doing a lot of research because I wanted to convey the species, each species I was drawing, but as I was looking up the species, it was like endangered, critically endangered, threatened, vulnerable. And so I was like, okay, maybe I should make this a feature of my show, Living Ghosts, which is the name of my show that's coming up, based on animals that are potentially going to not exist anymore. So for me, it's like watching, species go out of existence.
It's fun fact time. Part of the fun of meeting the maker is really getting to know the maker. So are there any fun facts about you that our viewers might be surprised to know?
I actually was a pastry chef for about 6 years, and I worked under celebrity chef Keegan Gerhardt and worked closely with Charity. If you guys have ever watched Nailed It, that show, yeah. She's actually the person who's doing the good version of the cake. So I use that as a medium to kind of have fun with, but realized that as I progressed throughout my artistic career, I wanted something that I could convey a more serious message with, like the environment, being eco-conscious. So that medium no longer served me well, so I moved on to now the wood pieces that I'm working on.
Thank you so much for taking time to give us a little sneak peek into your world. Your work is incredible. It's not only beautiful, but it has a message, so it makes it that much more special. Be sure to follow Brittni on Instagram and come meet her in person at Batch on August 11th from 9 to 2 as we bring 2nd Street to life. Our friends over at Espresso Rosetta will be providing live entertainment on their soundstage, and Asphalt Social Club will be bringing out the cool rides with a custom car show. So it's an event you don't want to miss. Thank you for joining us. Please be sure to continue following our stories to meet more inspiring makers. And remember, luck happens by chance, fortune happens by choice. So get out there and make luck.